I wasn't planning to do a video today. I was working down the south of Ireland near Wexford and travelling up to my mother's where I'm staying this evening. Yesterday, a lot of people shared something on WhatsApp with me and social media with me, and I don't want to go into that thing that was shared around. People will know what I'm talking about. But I do want to respond to it because I know, it might have impacted people. And I just want to read a poem that came up today, and it's by Edward Shelito. If we have never sought, we seek thee now. Thine eyes burn through the dark, our only stars. We must have sight of the thorn pricks on thy brow. We must have thee, O Jesus of the scars. The heavens frighten us, they are too calm. In all the universe we have no place. Our wounds are hurting too. Where is the balm? Lord Jesus, by thy scars we claim thy grace. If, when the doors are shut, thou drawest near, only reveal those hands, that side of thine. We know today what wounds are. Have no fear. Show us thy scars. We know the countersign. The other gods were strong, but thou wast weak. They rode, but thou didst stumble to a throne. But to our wounds, only God's wounds can speak. And not a God has wounds, but thou alone. As I was leaving work today, there was I just put on YouTube to listen to something while I was driving, and Fulton Sheen's Good Friday talk came up, and at the end he quotes the last two stanzas of this poem, and it really impacted me. And I've heard it before, but I don't know why it just came to today. And I suppose the short message I want to instill into people is the only solution to the crisis, to the wounds, to our life. The only solution is union with God. Make that your mission in life. Because unless you have union with God, we sway, we're tugged, we're going from this place to that place. We never have peace. Union with God is the rock. And when we listen to the Master, when we listen to Christ, listen to the Master, he will lead us and tell us and help us to act as he wants to be. Because we put ourselves in front of the Master and we learn from him. He instructs us. He tells us. And not everybody has the patience or the time to listen to Christ and follow his instructions and do what he wants to do. So this is what I would ask Catholics that maybe could be hurting by the news that went round yesterday. You have to root yourself in the rock, because unless you take that journey to union with God, then all you have is an idea of God, or maybe you've lived your faith through other people, but you have to do that inward journey of conversion to union with God. And I'm going to set a challenge to people. Read Maria Valtorta's works, the poem of the man God. Read the poem of the man God end to end. If then when the doors are shut, thou drawest near, only reveal those hands, that side of thine. We know today what wounds are. Have no fear. Show us thy scars. We know the countersign. We are Easter people. And tomorrow we celebrate the greatest mystery, the resurrection. Know Christ. Enter his sacred heart. Many years ago, and I never thought I'd even speak of this, but many years ago, as I was coming back to my faith, Christ brought me to Calvary. And all I could see was desolation, and I was there on my own. And Christ said, look, everybody is gone. Are you going to stay with me? I said at the time, yes. Now this was 10 years ago, and I really never really cared much about it. But I understood what Christ was trying to say is we have to do that individual journey to Calvary sometimes. And it's hard for me to say this because I didn't know what to make of that experience, and I still today can't digest it properly. But the greatest experience I had of Christ was when I was 18, and it was his boundless love, incredible love. And it always stuck with me, that experience. It always stuck at the back of my mind. It always could never shake it. Even to this day, I still remember it. And my whole being was totally shook by it. I always found that experience something that I will never forget. And I speak of this because a lot of people haven't asked Christ about this. You have to go into that mystery. Do the journey to union with God. I wouldn't blog about it if I didn't believe it. I don't think any of us are worthy of it. But Christ took those scars for a reason. So that we could identify in his wounds, our own wounds sometimes, and allow ourselves to be healed through him. But it's so important, guys, is union with God. So when you're stuck in the storm, and when things come, and when other people fail you, because people do. We fail people sometimes in our lives, and other people fail. When it happens, we have to cement ourselves with Christ. We can be the agents of hope, the agents of change, the agents of love. When that can be our mission. Anyway, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.